This evening at Cobham, Chelsea's training ground came alive in a way that perfectly reflected the intensity, the ambition, and the energy surrounding the club at this very moment. The players stepped onto the lush green pitch as the sun was dipping low on the horizon, casting a golden glow across the training facility. It was not just another training session, it was a statement of intent, a display of what the team is building towards as they prepare for the challenges ahead. The atmosphere around the camp was electric, filled with a sense of unity, determination, and hunger. Supporters who managed to catch glimpses from the outside and media representatives who were permitted to observe from designated areas were immediately struck by the spirit within the squad. Every player seemed switched on, every drill looked purposeful, and every moment on the pitch carried significance. The session began with light warm-ups, but even during these moments there was a level of focus that showed the mindset of the group. Jogging, stretching, and dynamic movements filled the opening minutes, accompanied by laughter and encouragement. The bond among the players was obvious, but so too was the competition. It was friendly, but also fierce, because every single player knows that earning a place in the starting lineup requires consistent effort, sharpness, and a winning mentality. The coaching staff, led with precision and authority, kept a close eye on every individual, ensuring that standards were upheld. Instructions were firm, corrections were immediate, and praise was given when deserved. As the session progressed, the intensity grew. Passing drills showcased crisp ball movement, quick decision-making, and chemistry that is clearly being developed and refined. The midfielders orchestrated play with slick one-touch sequences. The defenders focused on positioning and anticipation, while the forwards sharpened their finishing skills with ruthless intent. Goalkeepers, as always, trained separately before joining the main group, producing acrobatic saves and commanding their areas with confidence. Their shouts echoed across the pitch, reminding everyone of the competitive edge needed at this level. One of the most striking things about this evening's training was the pace. Chelsea's coaches demanded tempo in every exercise, pushing players to think and act quicker. Small-sided games brought out creativity, resilience, and leadership, with tackles flying in, goals celebrated passionately, and voices raised to organize or motivate. It felt less like practice and more like a rehearsal for the real thing. You could see the personalities of the squad shining through. The experienced players guided the younger ones, showing leadership and maturity. The new signings, eager to prove their worth, trained with extra fire, chasing every ball and attacking every drill with determination. The academy graduates, proud to represent the badge, gave everything they had, trying to demonstrate why they deserved to be part of the first-team setup. There was a healthy mix of smiles, seriousness, and sweat, the perfect recipe for growth. The tactical side of the session was equally fascinating. Coaches introduced shape-based drills, working on transitions from defense to attack, and ensuring that the players understood the importance of compactness without the ball. The manager's voice rang loud and clear, demanding positional discipline, constant communication, and an aggressive press. Each time the ball was lost, players were ordered to recover it within seconds, creating a sense of urgency and ruthlessness that Chelsea fans will hope to see on match days. Then came finishing drills, a segment that always excites both players and observers. Strikers were fed balls from different angles, practicing volleys, headers, and one-on-one situations against the keepers. Midfielders joined in with late runs into the box, trying to replicate match scenarios. Defenders were tested on their ability to handle pressure, clear danger, and play out from the back. The sound of the ball hitting the net was constant, followed by cheers, applause, and sometimes groans when a chance was missed. Every mistake was quickly forgotten as players rushed to make the next opportunity count. As the session neared its climax, the players were put through intense fitness work. Sprints, agility drills, and endurance tests pushed them to their physical limits. Sweat poured, lungs gasped, but nobody backed down. The collective mentality was clear. This is not a team that is satisfied with just showing up. This is a team that wants to compete, to dominate, and to win. Even after more than an hour of non-stop work, the energy remained high. Players encouraged one another, clapped hands, and showed appreciation for the effort given. The coaches gathered the group at the center of the pitch for a final huddle, speaking passionately about focus, dedication, and the bigger picture. Heads nodded in agreement, voices rose with chants of unity, and a sense of brotherhood could be felt strongly. What stood out most this evening was not just the technical or tactical sharpness, but the togetherness of the squad. Chelsea's training session was more than preparation, it was a reflection of ambition, a reminder to everyone watching that this is a club intent on climbing back to the top. The blend of youth and experience, the tactical awareness, and the sheer intensity of the work being put in painted a very clear picture of what lies ahead.